Hello, Janice here. Today, I'm going to give you a blockbuster of the year. 10 out of 10 scoring, even though I have 7, let's say 7 out of 7. Grand-The. Why Grand-The is going to be a great sold out going for this year? Because from the 7R analysis, it scores 7. How can it be so solid, right? You ask me, so let's go through it right now. So this is how the analysis is going to flow. I'm going to tell you about the development details and then the 7R framework that's going to blow you away. Okay, the development. You see, for the Grand-The is over here, which is just 6 minutes to Paya Lebar, PLQ with the Grade A offices, 6 minutes to CBD, Suntec City, the area, Shenton Way, and also 6 minutes to East Coast Park for your great workout, bikini babes. And with the Grand-The over here, right, you can see that it's very close to Dakota MRT station. Before you break out a sweat, you're already at Dakota MRT station, so it's very convenient for you. And if you for myself, I'm a fan of the Circle Line, because Circle Line basically brings you to all the line in the Cross Island. For Singapore, red line, purple line, whatever line, the Circle Line cuts through it all. So with Grand-The here, you basically have the best accessibility to the rest of Singapore. Alright, unit mix. Okay, this is the part that's going to be very fun. How long have you seen a dual key project with so many dual keys to offer? If you know Janice, you know that I stay in a dual key development, and I am a fan of dual key. Why? For investors, imagine you buy one house, but you rent out to 2 sets of tenants. And then for the ROI, is always much better than a standalone unit. And then if you are a homeowner, you can stay a dual key on your own, or you can stay at one side to cater for your family, or the other side, the studio, you can rent it out to a tenant to help you to offset your installment. How great is that? Imagine people help you to pay part of your, even it doesn't pay part of your rental, at least they pay your maintenance lah, property tax lah, groceries lah. Yeah, so with all this, it is a very good value for money property, I would say. And let's say if your teenager is naughty, just lock them up in the studio and throw away the key. Okay? So for the site, it is, like I mentioned to you, it's a beautiful site. And in the south facing, this is great because you have a lot of unblocked view towards the scenic area of East Coast. And because in front is all the landed area, the most they can go up to is probably only 3.5 story. So even a low rise, it can just give you a fantastic view all around that's unblocked. So over here, right, if you see that for the distance to distance, it's a very good healthy distance for one, so you don't have to be worried about your privacy, that your next block neighbor can look at what you are doing, whether you are having your dinner or doing something else during your relaxation. And at the same time, because of this good in-between space for the blocks, you have a good cross ventilation all around. So it means that air can come in, you can get the breeze, you can get the brightness of the natural light, which most of us as Asian, we love this. So this is a great development. We have 1,008 units and all the blocks will be 18-story, quite high. I think it's quite a good level. If you're scared of height, I think this is probably good for you as well. 7R framework. First thing, margin gap. So usually for PropNext, we will always look at, every year we'll look at the core central region, CCR, RCR, OCR, and then we will have a range about what is the kind of pricing that will be safe for us to enter for each type of property. And given that Grand-The is in the RCR, we are anticipating a safe entry price to be between 2005 to 2007. And very good thing is that the conservative price estimate for the launch of Grand-The is also within that range. And with this, let's move on over here. For us, when we say that, oh, when we buy a property, location, other than location, the second thing that you want to look at entry price. Why? Because when you are having a safe entry price, if you enter in the right price, that is where you have the best margin, and when you want to exit the market, you have a good exit point. But let's say, like in the example of Reflections at Keppel Bay, the entry price 1829 done in 2007, it was actually a price that is 12 years later. That's why even now we are not able to recuperate the entry price that they have come in. And then from there we have also unprofitable transactions in Reflections at Keppel Bay. So we do not want to make that mistake. That's why for Dunman, we are coming in the correct entry price. It's safe for you. As you can see, for the Continuum, we have estimated the launch price to be about 2006. For Dunman, entry price about 2,541, and for Jalan Tembusu, we anticipate the price to be launched at 2,468. And let's see over here, with the land bid price and the launch price, we're actually not too far away. I would say that the analytics that we have done in Propnex, it is very, very close, because for Tembusu Grand, we are able to, the launch price ends up to be about 2,280 to 2,730, whereas for Continuum, we anticipate about 2005-ish to 2006. It launched at 2005 plus to about 2009, and 2009 being those smaller units which we expect it to be of a higher PSF. So this is a given. Dunman, we are expecting the launch price to be around the range of 2005 to 2007. So let's see when it launched. Be the first to know that whether is our estimate correct or not, and if we are right, and that will be a great win for you. Rentability. As I've mentioned earlier, because we are very close to PLQ with good grade A offices there, and we are also close to Suntec City and the CBD, this will be the places whereby we'll get our tenant pool. And given that for tenants, they don't want to be always about convenience. Some tenants, they want to have lifestyle, they want to have greenery, they want to have nature. The East Coast Park will serve them. So for this particular project, we serve the two type of tenants: those who want convenience and near to the workplace, and those who want greenery and nature. We got it all. As you can see for D15, we can see that for all the while, right, all these bar charts, you can see that the volume has been very vibrant and very healthy, and there's always continuous transactions going on. And for here, why is it so low? Because not enough supply. Due to not enough supply, and over here the volume went down, but the price is going up. So it shows that there will always be a good healthy demand in the D15, and we expect the same for Dunman Grand. Transformation. I'm a great fan of transformation. Why? Because transformation brings people, with people brings money. As you can see that we have the Paya Lebar quarters, the Kallang Riverside, and the Paya Lebar Air Base. This three combo is going to give you the greatest hit of the year. You see, because CBD is going to be decentralized to the concept of work, play, live. And given that, you can see that for this blue spot, for the Paya Lebar, we are going to be one of the decentralization hit place. And then because of that, that is why we have the PLQ, PLM, and there's even more. Because for the PLQ, we have all this being set up in our previous master plan for a lot of things that's going to be there, having the big offices, grade A offices, all the famous eateries and shopping malls. With the huge concentration of offices and lifestyle things in here in the PLQ area, Dunman Grand is, you see, we are just probably 6 minutes drive away. You probably can even walk there. And what's even better is this 3 yellow thing. See, Paya Lebar quarter. Paya Lebar is here, that's 1 quarter. We still have 3 quarter of undeveloped reserve sites. And if you want to make an educated guess, what do you think will come in these 3 yellow sites that is so huge? Just look at the size of Paya Lebar quarter, that area. You can imagine that what is the kind of immense potential that can happen in these 3 yellow sites. And also bearing in mind, next year, that is where we are going to see another new set of the master plan coming out. And with that, we could have an anticipation about what our government is going to do with these 3 pieces of land. And the Kallang River side, we are also having this great big circle with the sports hub, the stadium, and then over here we also have the confirmed site for public and private residential use. And if this turns out to be another few condominiums, this will sure be at a price that's going to come up to be even much higher than Dunman Grand, and this can definitely help to push up the price of Dunman Grand in future, and thus give you a very safe exit point if you want to exit. So, and then with Dunman Grand being around this area of heat spot, it is a very safe property to invest in. And being the Kallang River side, we have the water, we have the well, we have the great feng shui. There's no reason why nobody will want to come into this place to enjoy the great facilities and amenities and the great potential that this is going to bring. And not to forget, for the Paya Lebar Air Base, is a new town that is as large as 5 Toa Payoh town. If you look at Toa Payoh now, we can imagine times 5. Look at the potential. We can easily hit a more than 3,000 PSF for the future price in that area. And when that happens, you can hear the kaching kaching in your ear, man. Okay, primary school. A parent like myself, I am very blessed that I bought a property near primary school. I have parents who want to buy my house because it's near a good SAP school, and I have tenants who want to rent from me because they will need the address to prepare their children for the SAP school entrance. So with this is an added advantage to yourself. If you want to give yourself, the advantage to be, the golden ticket to be eligible for the primary school, or you can even put this as a value add to your future tenant or your future buyer to come in and consider your house as a premium good project to think about. Amenities and facilities, this is what you are paying for, and with the top dollar, you expect the best, right? So let's see. 3 minutes walk to Dakota, as I mentioned, no sweat, you'll get there in a very short period of time. Just 4 stops to Suntec City and 6 stops to MBFC. All this going to work is a breeze. And let's say after work, you go for your after work drink, coming back home, I think you can easily grab home, walk home, roll home, no issue, no sweat. And then for the East Coast Park, you have nature, you have sea view, everything is so close to you, and it is good to have a romantic night with your spouse if you wish. And all this, and not to forget, 7 minutes walk to the Old Airport Road Food Centre. All the food goodies there, is hard to stay slim there. So after that, go to East Coast Park, just about right. And one thing I also like is that they have the Zhongzhen High School over here. And this will be, for you, you have the good primary school, you have the good secondary school, and you also have the Canadian International School, and this can also work out to be another potential tenant pool for yourself, because for the parents of international schools, they will go for condo. They will want good facilities, they will want convenience, and they want nature. So you will be one of the top consideration for them. And for this, because it is 1,008 units, they will have all the nice facilities being done up properly for you. Like for example, the usual tennis court, barbecue pit, well, that is a given. But we have the jewel clubhouse and also the pool clubhouse. And do you see that we're going to have 3 basements of car parks? Can you imagine that immense number of car park that you won't have any problem trying to find a car park lot for yourself? And then for the unit mix, we have ranging from the 1 bedroom for investors mostly, and all the way to the 5 bedrooms, very, very healthy for big families or those who like big floor plates to have a big family that is growing. So it is catered or not just for investor, but for homeowners and for those who likes to stay at home and work, home offices if you wish, is all covered. Finally, supply and demand. Right, over here, because it is for D15, we have a lot of properties, but look, Tembusu Grand is a new launch. It is still in the midst of building, and then we have the lift at MB that is going to be TOP soon. But other than that, the rest of the other condominiums around are actually older. And with that, you are going to be a newborn in the block. You're going to be full of potential. You're going to be sparkly and shiny. So tenants will look out to you because you have a lot of things to offer. So with this supply, which is very little, you are not afraid of people kind to vie attention from you, and then you have to work out with, I got to reduce my price. No, you don't have to worry about that because you have a very good supply there, regardless whether you want to sell in future or you want to rent out in future. So let's round up why Grand Dunman is great. Because we have good schools, we are very near to CBD, eating is definitely not a problem, you have many cafes, traveling is not a problem because we are in a circle line that goes to all other lines and you're just 3 minutes walk away. Nature, not a problem, you're just 6 minutes drive to East Coast Park. And if you are a jet setter, a frequent traveler, 15 minutes drive to Changi Airport. And then with the great transformation nearby, this is a very safe choice. This is why I say that this is a 7/7 property that you are going to love, and this is something that is not to be missed. So if you are interested to know more, I have all the floor plans, which I cannot put it here, otherwise it's going to be very lengthy. Call me, check with me how you can go about doing this, because my clients are already talking to bankers in order to get their finances ready just in the event when they is going to launch on the 1st of July, assuming no more delays. Then we are ready and set to go and book a slot, and we must do it as early as possible. So call me now if you want to know more about Grand Dunman and be the first in queue to go and see this fabulous property. Alright, see you again.